Welcome to a new episode of Fight Lounge. On this episode, I'm going to talk about Deontay Wilder's decision to stay at Showtime Boxing instead of going to the Zone and turning down a $100 million three-fight deal with the Zone. At first, this video was going to be a Deontay Wilder fight announcement episode. But you know what, man? Instead, I decided to make it a rant on the entire heavyweight division right now. It's ridiculous. The top three best heavyweights in the world right now are on three different promotions and on three different networks. It's ridiculous, man. Let's start with Tyson Fury. You know how he weaseled his way out of a Deontay Wilder rematch and ran like a coward to top ranked in ESPN. And he's a coward because he cowardice, man. And he spoke fight months after the fight. Oh, I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to fight. So he was like, all right, then, beat him in a rematch. And no, he said, nah, I'm going to go here where it's safe. He's upset that when he fought Wilder, he tasted the canvas. Wilder, laid him out. He didn't like that. So he said, I'll go to the top rank and get some easy fights. Another reason why I call him a coward, and I have no respect. I'm happy he beat the pressure and all that, whatever. That, that's old news. But, there's no heavyweights with any drawn power that's elite who has a name. There's no elite heavyweight boxers over at top ranked ESPN right now. I would have so much respect more if Tyson Fury stayed with Showtime and said, you know what? Give me Luis Ortiz. He gave Wilder a hard time. I wasn't happy with my performance. Let me sharpen him up. Okay, that's fine. You need a tune-up fight or warm-up fight. That's fine. Because Ortiz, when he fought Wilder, he did rock him out. 2 rounds, he could have knocked out Wilder. It was that close. It was that competitive. And Ortiz was undefeated at the time. And since then, I believe he won his next 2 fights. So he's a elite. He may not be top 5, but he's top 10. I had gone on Wikipedia, man. I never heard of these heavyweights assigned to ESPN top ranked. And I'm like, man, Fury, who wanted to be the people's champ, just weaseled himself way out. And honestly, I think he weaseled himself out of the top greatest heavyweight division right now. Call your news fight scrubs. And if you are a Tyson Fury fan and you're upset right now, well, I got some news for you, man. Your favorite boxer ran away like a coward instead of fighting some real competition. That's the bottom line. I would have loved it if he went to the Zone. If he went to the Zone and they gave him a tune-up fight and in the fight Joshua, I have so much respect for him, dog. It's just the ESPN top rank has zero competition. That's my issue. He's going over there to protect his undefeated record because he knew how close he was at losing it. So he said, I'm gonna fight. I'm a stat pad. I'm just a stat padding. He gonna knock out a few tomato cans. That's gonna boost his ego, whatever. His stands is gonna be talking, but no, there's no competition at all, man. And that's the thing. He won't be fighting Wilder or Joshua because he ran to ESPN. That's why I want to see where Dillian White at number 2 and AJ number 1. But at number 4 is Dillian White. And right now, I believe he's a free agent. I believe so. And so he wanted to make the AJ fight, but I think they was undercutting him, undermining him. So he's unhappy with the Zone and a turn. So he could be possibly going to top ranked or Showtime. And if that, I give respect. He's trying to fight AJ. He's trying to fight the top elite fighters. So I think the future of the heavyweight division right now, actually, at all people, runs through Dillian White. Dillian White and AJ, for those who don't know, previously fought before, and he lost. So he wants to avenge that loss. And his name is hot right now, man. After having a great performance a couple months ago, Like, he has a rightful claim to be number 4 right now. And so I believe he's scheduled for a fight. Either he is or he isn't. I can't, I was like looking at it right now. But he could be the guy who shake up everything. Like I said, the top 3 guys on 3 separate divisions. Top 3 guys on 3 separate networks. So if he steps up and fight Fury, he beats him, the air doesn't miss. But if Dana White goes to Showtime and feels like, you know what, Fury's a coward, AJ's a coward, I'll fight you, Wilder, that'd be a great fight, man. And I would have respect for him. Cause look, a lot of people respected Fury when he decided, I'm gonna fight Wilder, since AJ is, too scared to step up. And Fury won. Tyson Fury stepped up. And I think that he won that fight. Even if he got knocked out twice, he won more rounds than Wilder. So this is a guy who said he won. He outboxed Wilder. But, he was the one who got to get hit in the head, not us. So he knows, like, I don't think I want to, have the same experience again. The number 1 heavyweight in the world, Anthony Joshua, he's being protected by the zone. And I will say protected because they undercut so many people. Originally, this Wilder and Joshua's fight was supposed to happen last year, I believe the year before, and let's keep undercutting them. I think that's the reason why, the Dylan White AJ fight was going to happen, but Dylan White said he was insulted by the offer, and that's why a lot of these super fights with AJ isn't happening. He's fighting Big Baby Miller, and he's just happy to have a big fight. I will say they have a case. Listen, AJ and Eddie Hearn, they hold all the cards. They have all the leverage right now. They can, you can do what you want when you're popping. He's popping right now. So if he wants to undermine people, undercut them, give them ridiculous deals, they can. The only thing is, if Fury versus Wilder 2 made big money, and then let's say if Dylan White fought the winner, and they're making money, and then the loser, let's say hypothetically, if it was Wilder versus Fury, and if Fury won, this by decision, it could have been Dylan White versus Tyson Fury. And let's say Wilder says, hey, I have another, it went from draw to another decision, let's have a third one. Boom, we can have Fury again. AJ can continue to fight these lower, fighters, but everybody else around him could be making big fights, could be making the big money. I think that way it could make, Eddie Hearn, right better deals, because trust me, the fans know what's up. Fans know who's elite and who's not, and they know who's a scrub. That's why it was announced that Big Baby Miller's fighting AJ. Nobody got excited. Nobody. The whole storyline is, Anthony Joshua's fighting America. That's it. And if you ask Americans, they don't really care. He ain't face no competition. But he's legit the one heavyweight right now, so he owns all the cards. Deontay Wilder got blindsided when Tyson Fury made a jump to ESPN. It was reported last week Deontay Wilder went with the zone, and they offered him a deal. It's reported it was $100 million per 3-fight deal, including 2 back-to-back Anthony Joshua fights. I personally don't understand why so many boxers have an issue with AJ wanting a automatic rematch clause in his contract. He's the number 1 fighter, heavyweight in the world. Like, he's the champion. I know Wilder holds a title too, but AJ's the champion. He's the guy. If you're trying to prove to the world that you're the best, prove it. You beat the man twice. That happens in the UFC all the time, which is why there's a clear-cut winner and clear-cut of who's the better man. John Jones versus Daniel Cormier, Bones won the first match, not the second match. Boom, he's the better man. Silva, Chael Sonnen, Silva beat him twice. he's a better man. Like that happens all the time. Chris Weidman and Silva. Chris Weidman beat him twice. Like that happens a lot in the UFC. If a champion is dominant, they're running back twice. Look at Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor. Diaz put an upset. McGregor says, I'm better than him, I want to prove it. In a tough fight, in a close fight, McGregor won a second one, but it was back-to-back rematches. If you want to be the best, you have to prove it. And so that's one of the ways that I say AJ is protected in the zone, because in it, it's an automatic rematch. I'm guessing that there wasn't an automatic rematch with the Fury contract, or else he would breach his contract, whatever. But hey, that should have made Wilder happy, since he got jaded on the last rematch clause. And it's I feel bad for Wilder, because he was anticipating of having a fight of the year in 2019 with the Fury rematch. Instead, he's found some dude named Dominic. I don't know anything about him. I saw they had an altercation a couple years ago in a hotel lobby. Like, you find it on YouTube or TMZ. Like, they was fighting and all that. Even at the press conference, Deontay Wilder even admitted that this fight is worthy of being pay-per-view, and instead of putting on a network. So you don't have to pay for it. And like I said, that's such a huge letdown, man. Just last year, he was having one of the most talked about fights. Excuse me. He had one of the most talked about fights, period, in boxing, UFC, whatever, with the Fury fight. And his next fight, is some scrub. Like come on, man. Because of the weasel, Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is going backwards, and ultimately, Deontay Wilder is going backwards instead of going forward. Now, what I will say about Wilder is this. After this fight on Showtime, after he beats Dominic, Wilder has to go to the zone. No ifs, ands, or buts, or else me and other people are going to look at him crazy. Because if he stays at Showtime Boxing, he continues to fight scrub after scrub. He's already older than AJ and Fury. So time is his enemy right now. And again, it's going to be even more reports about the deal. Like, why he turned around the 3-fight $100 million deal with the zone. I don't know. Maybe he's scared of change because he's been with Showtime and PBC for this long. I don't know. But after this fight, he has to go there. Like, there's no end ifs or buts, or else I will start calling him out, like call out Fury. For him to go to ESPN to make Fury fight him, I can see that. Especially if Dylan White goes over there. If he doesn't, put it this way, after this fight, he has to go to the Zone or Top Rank ESPN. Because that's what the competition is. If he sees Dylan White is on Top Ranked, Easy Fury's over there, and he wants to go over there, then that's fine. It's still elite competition. But if he does not go there, he has to go to the Zone, because that's $100 million, man. And it's for 3 fights. It's for, I guess, one more fight, and then 2 against AJ, whatever. And maybe in his mind, he's like, man, I should make $100 million fighting AJ. Like, he might make $30 million, and on the first fight, AJ could make probably $100 million. So maybe he, doesn't like that. But after this fight, he has to, man, because after a while, man, for you to be called the greatest, you have to put your ego and your pride to the side. Because let's put it this way, 3 times 100, close to like 33 and a half. So Wilder will make 33 million close to per fight. Then maybe in the AJ they can bump it up to like 40, whatever. And if you look to AJ's check, he's making maybe even double that. or like Wilder's getting 40, AJ's getting 80. He might feel some type of way about that. However, if he stays with Showtime, he is not going to have another $30 million fight, period. Unless Deon White comes, and that's not even a $30 million fight. It's just not. So that's why I think he would have to, financially, business-wise, and to keep his name relevant. Cause I think that's what's going to hurt Tyson Fury. If he does not fight Deon White, if he fights bums, or if he runs away from Deon White and he just fights bums, he won't be relevant no more. When you ain't relevant, you ain't getting paid. So I will say that about Wilder. I'm critical of Tyson Fury, rightfully so. But if after this fight, Wilder does not go to top rank ESPN, or if he does not go to the zone, you know what? He's scared to fight AJ. That's the only reason why. Put your pride aside. You find a man that makes double than you, who cares? 34 years from now, people won't talk about, oh, AJ got paid more. No, people gonna talk about, wow, Deontay Wilder knocked out Anthony Joshua. That's what's gonna be so important. And they say not only did he do it once, the man did it twice. That's your legacy, man. It's not all about money all the time. And all of a sudden he got gypped from Fury, because that was gonna be a money fight. And now he doesn't have a money fight in the future, except for Joshua. I think the reason why there's so many people, including myself, who's pissed at the whole heavyweight division boxing, because we had a great fight. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. The build-up was great. The trash talk was great. The press conference was great. Everything was great about it. And then the actual fight was great, though. It delivered. Fortunately, it was a draw. But that's boxing. That's boxing 101. My dad told me as a kid, like if it was a bad decision, if it was a draw, my dad told me as a kid, hey, the money is in the rematch. You always make more in a rematch. And his dad or someone older told him that when he was a kid, it's boxing 101. We see that with YouTube boxing with KSI and Logan. It was fun to see 6-year-olds and 12-year-olds get mad. That showed that they didn't have an old brother, or somebody say, hey, that's boxing. Like if they made $2 million, the rematch is guaranteed $5 million, or 4.5. It always doubles, if not more. So I think that's why so many people are sour. It was a great time to be a boxing fan. The heavyweight division was on and popping. It was the talk of all the boxing matches. Like that was number one. Because the heavyweight division has been quiet for years, man. And those two, Fury and Wilder, made the heavyweight division not only relevant, but the number one topic again. And that will do for this episode. I want to thank everybody for listening. If you are a Tyson Fury fan and you got mad at me, I was going to say, well, don't get upset with me. Your favorite ran off to another network to avoid fighting Deontay Wilder. Go become an AJ fan. He's going to be relevant for the next couple of years. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. And I also have a question for anybody. What super fight do you think we will see first? Fury versus Wilder 2, Tyson Fury versus AJ, or finally the anticipated AJ versus Wilder? Because one of those has to happen. Either we see the rematch, we see Fury versus AJ to be the best boxer from London, from England, or we finally see the much anticipated AJ versus Wilder. So who you think we will see first? Let me know in the comments. Myself, I think we're going to see AJ versus Wilder. I really hope Wilder goes to the zone after this. And again, he may not like it because he knows AJ's going to get the bigger push on the zone. He probably, he's going to get paid more. But man, that's beating him. Because if you beat him and embarrass him, doesn't matter. Because that sting of losing is going to hurt more. It's going to stay with him than that money he make. I guarantee you, if AJ made $80 million and he got knocked out, he would take all that money and replace it beating you, because AJ wants to be the best. You know. Now, if he wins and he has that money, then he's on cloud nine. But I really hope Wilder, have this pride to the side. And again, he's still getting 30 million, 40 man fight. He ain't getting that anywhere else. So I'm picking AJ versus Wilder. If not that, I hope you see Fury versus AJ for the battle of London. That one would be crazy. Here in the States, we may not see the press conferences and talk trash, but I think that's another great one. When Fury ran away, I lost all interest of the rematch. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care about the rematch no more. Once again, I want to say thank you to everybody who listened. We are available on iTunes, Spotify, wherever podcasts are available. We're also on YouTube. I suggest subscribing to our YouTube page, because I try to have daily content. Either it's UFC, boxing, MMA, or just fighting related, period. I always try to do that. Have daily content on there. So that would do it. On the next episode, I'm going to talk about the new UFC ESPN Plus pay-per-view deal, where ESPN Plus will exclusively have all UFC pay-per-views, which made no sense and came out of nowhere, but hey, it's something I'll talk about next time. So yeah, that would do it. I'll see you guys later.